Hey friends, Justin here. I want to talk about the 2023 remake to The Color Purple, starring Fantasia Barrino, Taraji P. Henson, and so many others. It was truly an ensemble cast. I and my mother are true fans of the original films by Steven Spielberg. It has a voice and a clarity that was really unmatched at the time. Steven Spielberg had done Jaws and E.T. and was going to go on to do Schindler's List and Jurassic Park. And for the longest time, The Color Purple was kind of considered as kind of a stop off and kind of a dip in quality of his films. But I and a lot of people in the black community are of the opinion that The Color Purple is one of his best works. And as time goes on, just the beauty of the filmmaking, the cinematography, the score. It's a sweeping film, the original, and one of the best black films of all time. It stands there with The Wiz and other giant black epics. But The Color Purple is the story of the South. It is the story of black culture. Um, Fantasia Barrino in this film plays Celie, who gets pregnant by her father at a young age and is forced to not make a choice. She really doesn't have a choice over her body and the fate of her children, and they're taken from her. Um, and we watch how she grows, and we watch how her light is dimmed by the society and the culture around her that tells her that she doesn't have a voice as a woman, as a dark-skinned woman. Um, it even talks about those around her, like her sister Celie, who don't have all of those same challenges, but they show a different array of challenges. How quote unquote pretty hurts. She's chased around um, for her looks, and really can't find a foundation for herself either. Um, but Celie is really resilient, and she represents the heart and soul of the black community. And I think that's why her story, the story by Alice Walker, is such a classic story. Because through all of the abuse that she suffers, being raped as a child, bearing her father's children, kind of being sold into marriage at a young age, living for 20, 30 years in terrible conditions taking care of Mister. There is still a hope, you know, deep down in her. And even through her husband's mistress, she finds hope. She finds redemption. She finds a way out of her situation, even if it's just in her imagination. And in this reimagining of the story, you really take a step into Fantasia or Celie's imagination, and it's really charming. It's really interesting. Um, I will have to say, out of 5 stars, I would give this remake probably 3 stars. The music I was not drawn to, I'll say, in the way that I could have been. I wish that they had maybe taken a little bit more time and made the songs a little bit more classic. Um, the cinematography was beautiful in this film, um, but it just did not have the same shine or sheen as the original film. The original just felt so natural and so authentic that I guess this, by comparison, it felt like a remake, as if you're looking through a lens at what is already a remake of a remake. So really enjoyed it. Just to walk down memory lane, I wanted to buy a ticket and support The Color Purple. Um, just because it meant so much to my mother, who passed away in 2009. She had a portrait of Celie and her sister in her living room, um, playing and dancing among purple flowers for years and years until she died. And so I think she could rehearse the original film, word by word, and I was just happy to carry on the tradition and continue to see this. Thrilled to see Whoopi. It is slight spoiler. Thrilled to see Whoopi Goldberg make a cameo in this film. But really enjoyed it. There were a few things I thought that they could have improved. I was not, again, a huge fan of the music. I thought it was a bit overbearing. The dancing was a bit overbearing. Um, and it was kind of jarring to take you from such drama to, dancing and different things like that. So those are my thoughts, but overall worth seeing. But if you're starting a Color Purple journey, start with the original. It is one of the best made films of all time, and you will not regret it. All right, my friends, if you enjoyed this, leave this video a like, a comment, and please consider subscribing to my channel, Movies with Justin, for more. And until next time, cheers.